Hi guys. It's been a while. Um, but if you're seeing my face, that means I'm back in my prime because yeah. Um, First, how's everyone doing? How's everything going? I know you genuinely can't respond to me, but uh oh, this is super awkward. There's a car driving by as soon as I start filming. That's fantastic. Besides the point, hey guys, how are we doing? If you don't know me, my name's Amani, and welcome to the Conceited Podcast. Uh, yeah, I went on hiatus for a good minute. Okay. Um, so funny enough, I actually filmed a podcast episode right around New Year's, and I just never edited it. I never uploaded it. It's literally just sitting in my SD card, waiting to be opened. I haven't even watched it since I filmed it. But yeah, I don't know. I just wasn't in a good space to feel like I wanted to put it out there. So I didn't, and that's why it's still for my eyes only. But a friend of mine has been kind of getting on me for not filming any episodes lately. It's been like 2 or 3. Wow, it's March. It's been like 3 months. And wow, time is freaking flying because why is it March already? Um, yeah, life has been weird, but not in a bad way. Um, I really don't have a general idea of how I want this episode to go. Because I kind of just wanted to be like a little check-in, like a hey, how are we doing? How are we feeling? What are we up to now? What's life like? Um, Life is a little different, just a tiny bit. And it's new and exciting and fun. And I'll get into that. But to start off, um, Happy New Year, because apparently I can't tell time. But yeah, Happy New Year, guys. No, I'm totally kidding. Uh, yeah, like I said, life's been different. Life's been new and exciting. Lately I feel like I've been going through a lot of endings, I guess would be the word. Um, in a good way. I'm not gonna say they're bad. I honestly think they're necessary and they're needed. Um, and honestly, I'm probably, I won't say the happiest I've ever been. That's so cliche because it's not true. But I do think I'm the calmest I've been in a really long time. And a lot of that is because of the endings I've had in my life. And even though endings can be hard, I mean, I went ghost for 3 months and I literally like just had life going on and just so much that I needed to do and so much I needed to take care of that it's not that I didn't have the time, I just know I wasn't putting this as a priority. And now looking back at it, I'm like, ugh, why did I do that to myself? Like, but I also think that I needed the break, I needed the rest, I needed time to kind of gather myself and gather my thoughts and almost like rejuvenate my spark. Not because I lost it, but I just feel like it was dimming just a little bit. And now it's like brightening and flashy again, so that's good. Um, and a lot of that pertains to the fact that I've just let a lot go. Um, a lot of that is emotions, and a lot of that ties into my own critical thinking. I don't really think it's anything that the outside has influence on me. I think a lot of things I've been letting go and releasing are internal. And even in the physical aspect, things I've let go or things I've ended, I intuitively already knew that it was time. And I think that's the hardest part is like lately I've been trying to figure out what my intuition is telling me without actually trying to have the answers to everything. And that's just because I have this thing where I say I fear the unknown or that it scares me. And it's not that it scares me in a, ooh, like, oh my God, the unknown. Like, not like that. But it's more of a, because I like control, I like to be in control of my own life, my own authority, like the way that I structure myself. I want to have that control. And sometime between December to today, I realized that I had to release that and I really needed to let that go. Not only was it not healthy to keep holding on to the need to control things, but it was also like taking me off of my path almost, to where I felt like I was going through more obstacles than necessary because I was holding on to the need to control things so bad. Like, I was okay with the fact that I didn't have the answers. I was okay with the fact of not figuring it out, but something in my mind was so uncomfortable with the not knowing. And I think now lately I've been more, you know what, it's going to play out the way it's going to play out, and things are going to happen the way that it's meant to. And I've always been like that. Like, I've always been a very structured person where I'm like, what's meant to be will be. You can't mess anything up that's like meant for you, because everything is happening the way that it's meant to. Like, you're in constant alignment even if you don't see it in the physical form. And I think for the longest time my intuition was like, you've got to chill. You need to like let things go, let things be where they are, like live more in the moment, accept things for what it is, stop holding on to things so tightly, because regardless of the fact, if you let it go, if it's meant for you, it's going to be there. It doesn't matter what type of path you take in life, it doesn't matter what type of choices you make. It literally is going to be there for you just because it's meant for you. And you can't mess that up. And understanding that, it wasn't hard, it was just the acceptance part of it, of realizing like, wow, if I really just accept that things are meant for me the way that they are, everything is fine. Like, nothing's really going wrong. And that was such a weird mindset to kind of shift into, because I realized like once I did that, I was like, wow, it's so quiet in here. Like, there's there's still thoughts, but they're not as loud as they once were, and it's because I'm okay with accepting where I'm at and how things are and the way that things are going. And I love that. So now I'm in this sense of figuring out like what is really going to be good for me and how I really want to go about that type of, I guess, leveraging time for myself, and like understanding who I am, understanding what my path means, allowing things to just be and flow, and not feel like I need to like constantly know everything, constantly feel like I need to figure everything out and have all these answers, because the truth is, you don't, you never really have the answers. You never really know how life's going to go. I don't even know what I'm going to eat for breakfast. I don't even know what I'm going to do when I get home today. Like, and that's okay. And I'm totally cool with that, because you just, like, the unknown can be so like riveting and fun and like cool, because you never know how something is going to play out for you. And it's always the things that you think aren't going to happen that end up happening unexpectedly in the best ways possible. And to me, that's so exciting. And at first, it was terrifying. And low key, it's still a little terrifying. I'm not going to lie. But once I accepted that mindset that like I can't ruin anything that's meant for me, I realized everything was okay. And that's why I'm like good now, because I'm not constantly trying to figure everything out in my life, and I'm not worried about something that doesn't exist, because if I'm constantly worried about things that exist, then it takes away from the fact that I'm supposed to be living right here, right now, enjoying what's happening in this present moment. And I feel like that's not really a hard mindset to adapt to, but it does take a lot for your mind to kind of switch over to, um, depending on the type of person you are. I think for me, being the type of person I am, having the type of mindset that I do have, it's very easy for me to just be like, okay, I don't really want to deal with that anymore. It's kind of gross. It's taking up too much of my energy, too much of my time, and kind of over it. So yeah, um, I'm not gonna lie. Today's episode is just kind of a weird check-in where I really don't have much to say, just because I kind of just wanted to use this as a reset for myself. I really wanted to take the opportunity to allow myself to be a new person and allow myself to have this new beginning, because that's truthfully what life feels like right now. Like, I feel like I went on vacation last week. I let a lot go before I left. I knew that this specific trip was going to be a very pivotal point for me. And as soon as I got there, I felt the change instantly. I didn't I didn't even ask for it. I didn't need to do anything. I just instantly felt that I was becoming a different version of myself that I've been needed to become forever ago. And being back in town and allowing myself to just kind of be like, okay, I had my fun. I let go. Took time to just lollygag and do whatever and enjoy life. And now I'm back. And now I'm like, you know what? You can do these things where you're enjoying your life, you're going out, you're having fun, you're traveling, you're meeting new people, you're experiencing different things, and you're allowing yourself to just live and also have the balance of structure, discipline, accountability, and feel like you're reaching these next points that you want to, and your goals and your dreams, because it's all about balance. And once you find that, you're unstoppable. Once you find balance in your life, there is nothing that you can't do. And I truly feel like I haven't reached that 100% of balance that I would like to, but I'm definitely like 85% there. And all it took was for me to just let go of control and to just let things be what they are, where they're at, and not to fight against whatever happens in my life, because I truthfully believe that everything is working for me in my favor, regardless of how I actually see it in the physical. And that's what makes me so positive about the way that my life is being structured, because even though I'm going through, certain obstacles, or I go through these certain changes, I get excited almost because I'm like, wow, like I'm about to turn into a different person. Like, I'm about to go through something that I didn't know I needed until it was happening to me. And that to me is like the best thing about life. Like, we're just here to experience. We're not here to have all the answers. We're here to just live, take it day by day, trust in God and the universe's plan, and just follow your purpose. Trust your intuition, lead with your heart, and do what you feel like is necessary in order for you to live a good life. Because at the end of the day, nobody else's life is yours. You got to take what you go through as who you are, and you've got to expand the way that you are as a person, the way that you feel like is best for you. And nobody can take that away from you. And once you figure that out, the power you have once you figure that out, oh, life is going to be so good for you. But yeah, so with that being said, I am very excited about life. It's weird to think that I'm okay in this chapter, because I know I'm headed to just a bigger place. I don't know how else to put that except for the fact that, like, I'm very confident in where I'm being led, and I'm very excited for what I know is to come, because I kind of already feel like I'm living in it, even though I don't see it all happening and the results aren't instantly there. But I know the gratification is deep within my soul, and I can feel like it in my spirit that I'm going the right way. I'm doing the right things. I'm aligned in the place that I need to be. And that the decisions that I've made, or that I'm currently making, are the ones that I needed to make in order for me to get to this next point in life. And honestly, that's all you can do is to stay hopeful, stay grateful, stay blessed, keep going, keep pushing yourself, um, and just be positive about everything. I told myself that for Lent this year, I really wanted to give up negative thinking. And originally I was like, oh, it's kind of lame to like give up a habit like that. But for me, it means so much, because I am constantly in my head. I'm always thinking about something, whether it's overthinking, whether it's planning, whether it's organizing, whatever it is. There's always a thought. It's never quiet. So when it is quiet, I almost appreciate it way more, because I'm like, wow, this never happens. But I wanted to give up negative thinking because I realized that like I put so much emphasis on focusing on what could go wrong or how it could go on a negative mind frame instead of focusing more on, wow, what if this works out for me? Like, what if this is exactly I needed for it to be this success, this reward for me to get these things that I so like wholesomely crave. And it just means a lot to me to think that like that's what I chose and I've been doing really well with it. I honestly think I know it's going to be a really big thing for me in the future just because I think the more that I gravitate towards it, the more that I practice the transition of not thinking negatively all the time, it's going to do a lot for my brain, especially because my brain is always moving and thinking. And yeah, I I just really want to be careful with myself. I really want to structure myself more on giving myself more care and compassion, and loyalty and love. Um, Everything that I know that I'm full of, I do give it to myself, but it's almost like I want to give it to myself a little bit more. So yeah, that's just kind of where we're at right now. um, but yeah, I'm really excited about, like I said, life. That's it. That's really all I can give you. I don't know how else to put it. I think that's as best as it's gonna get. So that is really all I have for this episode. I know it was really freaking short because, like I said, I just kind of wanted to come in and check in. And I wanted to hold myself accountable because I said I was going to record an episode today. And I did have notes for it. But then I realized, like, I wasn't in the mindset to talk about that. I really wanted to just wing it and go with what was on my heart. Um, and it led me to where we are right now. So, um, if no one's told you, I love you and I'm proud of you. And I will talk to you guys later.